Alright, hello you guys. My name is Alison K and I want to give you a warm welcome to my channel. This is my cycle diary for cycle number 3 of trying to conceive after miscarriage, and it's going. Today is actually cycle day 9. I just haven't been filming yet this cycle because I did get my period, so there was a while there where I was on my period, and now I am gearing up for trying again. And I'm really trying to just not think about it, lay low, put my trust and my hope in God, and yeah, just relax. So the first cycle, we kind of took it easy. I tried not to freak out too much, but those emotions quickly came back, especially once I got my period. I think I did test and I had a negative test, yeah, the first cycle. So anyway, a lot of emotions came back, so my second time around was pretty rough. So this cycle, I'm just trying to be more active and just slightly more active, like walk a little bit more. But I'm trying to be more active, drink a little less caffeine, and just put my hope and my trust in God and know that His timing and His way and His will it's all perfect. And so in the meantime, I'm just doing my thing. I think I will still do the ovulation test strips just to know when I'm ovulating or right around when I am. Just because you get a positive doesn't mean you're ovulating right then. That means your surge is happening, and the surge of LH hormone is what triggers ovulation, from my understanding. So ovulation can happen within 24 to 48 hours of your positive. It's important to try to conceive several days before your ovulation date, when you ovulate, and a few days after, because sperm can live in the body for up to 5 days in some cases, and when you get that positive ovulation test, then you have 24 to 48 hours of when you're going to ovulate. And I think there's like 12 to 24 hours of like ovulation when you're really like, I don't know all the math and science behind it, so you can look into it yourself. But from my understanding, the few days before and few days after you ovulate are really important. So I know that's true, whatever the science is behind it, if I have the dates exactly right or not, whatever, But yeah, so we're going to do those test strips, and we are going to try. Last cycle, we tried almost every single day, so I think this time we'll try to maybe space it out a little bit more in a strategic way. I actually did write down when I tracked it on my app last time I got pregnant, so I actually wrote down what cycle days it was that we baby danced, and then I kind of want to try to replicate that this time. It was more spaced out, so that's why I think spacing out this time might help, and also just overall, I think stress is a big contributor, so we're trying not to stress as much, but my husband does have some stressors in his life. So that's it for this first little clip of this video, and I probably won't film too much besides. I'll probably film, once again, ovulation test strips, so I know what day I ovulate, or roughly, and then also whenever the results come, whatever it is. So I'm trying to relax and stay positive. I'm gonna go let Sadie outside, so alright, yeah. Hey guys, so I just took an ovulation test, and it is I guess I can film this way, it's a blazing positive. Also, I have a pin here that I'm not going to have later on, but like my hair, I tried to curl it with the straightener today, so hopefully it looks okay because I'm about to go to a wedding. I just took an ovulation test, sorry if you just saw the toilet, but look at that, it turned blazing positive right away. Also, I'm wearing like Spanx right now, so anyway, yeah, so that is very positive. So my surge is probably happening right now, which means I could be ovulating anytime in the next like 24 hours or so. So yeah, it's time to make a baby, hopefully. We'll see. Oh goodness. Anyway, sorry. Alright, hello you guys. I wanted to check in for my cycle diary number 3, and I have been feeling nothing as far as like symptoms go. Sorry, that was a long pause. I was trying to collect my thoughts there. For a while I was thinking I'm not pregnant and I'm not going to be, and if I'm not pregnant by the third cycle, like that's just weird to me because I thought I would be. But I've had a few revelations, and once again kind of roller coaster, things, days, ups and downs, whatever. And one thing that really helped me was someone on Instagram. She is Dr. Heather Rose. She's a pharmacist, and also just like a natural like kind of doctor. I'm not exactly sure of her credentials, but I do trust her opinion because I have seen her help other people, and including people in my life. So I had a 15-minute consult with her, and I just from that alone, I feel a lot better because she really encouraged me and reassured me that I went through 2 major surgeries on my reproductive organs, and that's a lot. Like, that's a shock to them. And so it's just amazing that I'm having normal cycles at all, let alone, you know, worrying about trying to get pregnant. So that is one thing that has helped me a little bit. And then another thing is just I have realized once again, I've kind of had this revelation for a while, but I need to trust God with the situation, and there's no tea that I can drink, no amount of exercise, no certain diet that I feel is going to make me get pregnant. Yes, I should be careful with my diet. I can do things like activity-wise and whatever to try to help myself, but really, it truly is in God's hands, and I'm trying to really just let it go. I honestly don't know if I'll even do another cycle diary for cycle diary number 4. I probably will. I probably will still film a little bit, but I want to really just try to give this up to God more than ever. I feel like I just can't keep doing it this way. I'm running a rat race of blaming myself and trying to do things that I can, but not really sticking to anything, and just really struggling with it all. And I realized that I'm stressing myself out, trying to be in control of everything, and I'm not trusting God. And so I need to work on all of that. And if that means, you know, cutting back on TTC content, if that means, then that's what it means. If that means whatever, I'm really trying to just let go of it. Alright, hello there. I'm here to wrap up my cycle diary number 3 video, and I haven't really made my bed, so I just put this blanket here. I'm going to try to keep this somewhat quick, but I know I'm going to talk a little bit here. First of all, I'm wearing my rainbow sweatshirt from Little Fruit Tree. It is very simple colors, and I don't remember exactly what the person who owns the shop said, but it was something about how, like, this is for the people that are still waiting for their babies and walking through infertility and all of that stuff. So anyway, here I am. It is very bright outside, so don't mind that. But I woke up this morning, and it was cycle day 29, I think. So I think it was cycle day 29 is what it would have been. But I started my period, so now it's cycle day 1, and I had 28-day cycle last month. Anyway, so that's the way it goes. I did not feel pregnant. I took a pregnancy test at one point. I don't think I recorded that at all, but I took a test a few days ago, and it was negative, which I expected it to be. And even if I were pregnant, I think it might have been like very faint or looking negative, because at least guessing based on last time I was pregnant, last year at least, it took me a while to get a positive. So anyway, I am here, and I'm trying to wrap up this video. I already talked for over a minute, but I started my period, and then I was going to go have quiet time, and the first thing I saw was this verse I underlined before in reading, and it was, so I'm reading John 16 today, and it was the verse 21. A woman, okay, well actually I didn't even have that part underlined. All I had underlined was, but when her baby is born, she forgets the anguish because of her joy that a child is born into the world. And this passage is not talking just about women giving birth. It's actually talking about Jesus and how he's about to die, and his disciples will feel grief, but then when they see him again, they will have joy. And anyway, but obviously that kind of, you know, is talking about women in labor and birth and babies, and that hit me a different way. It applied differently. The truth is still the truth, but it applied to my life in the sense that I just kind of, at first I was just like shocked by reading that and seeing that, but then I kind of just took it as, but when her baby is born, she forgets the anguish because of her joy that a child is born into the world. And I'm really hoping that I still get to have a child. I know that sounds dramatic to some people because they're like, oh, you're young, you'll be fine, but you have to understand a little bit, if you can, that I still feel anguish, and I've been trying to get pregnant since January 2018, and I did once, but I still haven't had that baby, and we weren't trying for like 9 months there this year because we weren't allowed to, but so I'm not diagnosed with infertility yet, I'm just not getting pregnant yet, and so it's a very weird thing, but to me, I have anguish now, but I'm hoping I will still have a child born into the world, and then I will forget about that anguish because of my joy, and you don't forget about the anguish forever, and this is talking about the anguish of childbirth. I'm thinking of the anguish of everything leading up to that, and everything I've gone through so far, and I hope that someday, you know, I have so much joy, for a child of mine, and it's just heavy stuff. So anyway, but that was really good. I want to wrap this up. I'm sorry, I just had to share that though. And it was just so crazy to read that right after I started my period today. But anyway, so on to cycle number 4. And I will see you guys in that diary in about a month, and we'll see what happens. I'm not giving up hope. I cannot give up hope. So I know that God is good, and even if I don't get pregnant and have my own baby, that's fine, because God is still greater than, you know, any of that. And if I do someday have a baby, and especially through like a healthy pregnancy and my own delivery of a child, then that would be the most amazing redemptive thing for me emotionally, and it's just gonna be great. So anyway, either way, it'll be great. And on to cycle number 4. So thanks for watching this really long ramble. Goodbye. I love you. Have a great day.